Content warning. The stories and themes shared throughout this podcast may contain themes that can be distressing for you. If needed, please pause and do what you need to do to take care of yourself. If needed, please reach out to a mental health professional for support.
Welcome back to another episode of Resilient AF with Blair and Alana.
Hello, hello.
It's the end of the year.
It is.
Oh
And a
my
year it
gosh.
was.
I've been doing a lot of reflecting like on my personal stuff, like my speaking and my writing, and I've had quite the year. Like I've done some of the stuff it feels like it was years ago, but it was this year and I did it.
Yeah, you did do it. There was a lot that we did for the Global Resilience Project and then personally for both of us. And
Yeah.
it
Lots
was
of
a roller
lessons.
coaster. A
Lessons.
lot of lessons. A lot of
Um,
lessons for sure.
so it's cool because I found this new tool to like look at statistics and analyze our podcast, and I learned that we are the top 5%. We're in the top 5 percentile of podcasts, which is amazing. There's
Hmm.
4 million or so podcasts, and we hover in the like 100,000, 200,000. We go up and down depending on the episodes and whatnot. So that's super cool. So thank you to all of our listeners. One of the
Yeah.
things that they use for that is reviews. And I went and looked, and we don't really actually have many reviews. So can you please leave us a review, Spotify or Apple? Just some words. Why are you listening? Please, please do that. That can be your Christmas, Hanukkah, New Year's solstice gift to me and Alana.
That would be lovely because I didn't get any Hanukkah gifts this year, which is totally fine. Um, and so this would be a lovely present.
Yeah.
Belated Hanukkah present for me particularly.
Um, so today we're going to talk about the highs and the lows. The highs and the lows. Do you want to go like high, low, high, low, high, low,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
highs, lows?
No, let's do
Oh,
like a
we have more
little
highs than
sandwich.
lows.
We do, and we might like spitball and like find some
Okay.
things.
Okay.
So,
So let's start with a high.
okay.
We had our first billboard in Times Square. We celebrated 3 books, 150 co-authors from around the world from our books. Had a brunch. Over 50 co-authors from around the world came into New York. We did a billboard in Times Square, the brunch. We celebrated them, and it was super epic, and I cannot believe we pulled it off.
Yeah, that was wild. And people, yeah, people came from all over the world, Europe, Canada, the
Spain,
States,
Dubai.
Spain. Yeah, so yeah, Europe, Asia, I guess technically. I think Dubai's in Asia. Um, so yeah, that was pretty epic, and it was really exciting because we had authors from all three books, and they got to meet each other. People who've been connecting online got to meet each other in person for the first time. And talking online is wonderful, but when you get to actually meet face to face, it's pretty cool.
And what was cool, that was our first in-person event, and we had a lot of people
Mhm.
wanting us to do more. So who knows what's going to happen in the future. So we started off with a high, but let's talk about a low that had to go with the high.
Yeah, so the low, I think that is the most appropriate, I think, to talk about at this
Did you
moment.
just catch that, Alana? That I was about to say something and you cut me off
Well, I
completely?
just thought we were kind of vibing. You would do a high, I would do a low. Like I thought that's what was happening. Sisters being sisters.
No, well, I mean, I think it was just us having a conversation, but go for it. I want to hear what you're going to say.
I was gonna say because of the New York launch, what goes well with it is that we had also launched our Stories of Resilience Volume 2, and with that we had offered a pre-sale. And we had taken on, and by we, I mean Blair, had taken on the task of shipping many books across the North America.
So it was a contest. And so that's right. And the winner of the contest who sold the most amount of books was going to join Alana and I at an Oscars gifting lounge. And we did this for a couple of reasons. And one of them was that it was going to help us fund this launch because we took on a big undertaking with the launch. And so we sold hundreds and hundreds of books because I thought, no big deal. I'll order them to my house and I'll ship them. And so let me tell you that being accounts receivable and deliverable, wait, I don't even know. Shipping and receiving is not my specialty. I like don't even like to open envelopes. Like I don't like to open my mail. And having to order hundreds and hundreds of books and package them and ship them and like physically get them to the post office. And I did it all on my own because Alana and I live in separate cities. Books got lost, people were missing orders, people's books were getting returned because they didn't give me the right address. It was expensive. We didn't budget properly for shipping. I even just recently had someone reach out saying they ordered 4 books and didn't get them, so I just had to ship them out of out of my pocket. No big deal, but like very stressful. And also, people weren't getting their books for months after we launched. So, we're never doing that again. And thank you for your patience, everyone.
Yeah, we're good at a lot of things. One of the things though that we are not good at is shipping, which I later in the year had my fair share of.
So, we became an international bestseller. We announced Skin Deep Stories, which is our tattoo book that we were going to publish later that year, which we just published. So that's
Hmm.
2 books in one year. That's amazing and also a lot of work. I don't know what we're never doing that again. 2 books in one year is a lot with the small team that we have. But so this contest, we had a winner Simran. She came with us to the Oscars gifting lounge, and so did Kara Sanchez, the publisher of Get Griefy. And it was amazing to be at this Oscars gifting lounge. And there's so many great things to talk about, including how this is the first time that we did a custom Resilient AF shirt. It was so
Hmm.
popular that like celebrities, like DJs, celebrities were all coming to us to get the shirt and our books because we did something super epic. And there is where we met Bree West from Octet, who is our partner in, she has a production company and we're working on a TV show with her. So that is to me huge win that we had help there. We had an awesome crew. We had an awesome giveaway and we met our production partners.
Yeah, it was really fun and cool. And when Bree first came up to me, as soon as she started talking to me and showing interest, I was like, "Oh, you need to meet Blair. Like, you need to make sure that like you meet Blair." And so she was wandering around and would come back, and then Blair was always talking to someone. And then eventually, at the end, she did meet Blair, and the rest is ongoing history.
Current history.
Current history. It's current.
Um, what
Um,
what bad happened?
in February
Nothing.
or March. No, February was a good month. Um, we actually had our like it was our before LA, we were on Grief Week, and I would say it was our most successful Grief Week yet.
Yeah.
The weather was perfect. The hotel, despite the little little bugs,
We had an
was perfect.
infestation in our room.
It was funny
Yeah.
though, and it was
Yeah.
perfect. Um, yeah,
Oh,
it was wonderful.
okay. I can tell you what happened in March.
Should we book it, end it with what happened with me in March, or
Well, I was going to tell you that Frey died.
yeah, that was really sad.
So that we don't need to go into details, but like my cat, who is my mom's namesake, who's only a couple years old, died.
And that was awful
It was
because
awful. He had a stroke, became paralyzed. We had to put him down. It reopened like my mother grief. And it just was very absolutely terrible. But you brought Lenny home.
I did, and Lenny came right on cue. Lenny, formerly known as Golden Dream Palace Milan, joined the Kaplan family. And he has been a joy
What?
mostly.
Wait, what
Well, he's
happened to you in March?
I brought him home.
Oh,
That's what I was going to say.
oh. When did
That's
your
why
finger thing happen?
May.
Oh, okay.
I've had a lot of
Well,
things
we're gonna
happen.
fast forward to May because not much else happened.
Yeah, but we had Lenny with With the bringing home of Lenny, we lost dear Frey, and we forever think of him and his goblin-like tendencies.
Um, and so what like I I co-led my first grief trip in April in Bali, which was amazing, and it led to like a really beautiful partnership with Rachel from Happy Grieving and Grief Trips. That led to, another one. I led an Australia one recently, and I am leading one in the Maldives early in the year, and then I have a Portugal one, a Bali one, a Portugal one. It's very, very cool. But what this happened, losing Frey right before the trip, and I knew like I am not done. Like I need a cat. Like I have so much love to give. I don't have children. I work from home, and I don't know. I'm going to skip forward to May, and if it doesn't matter if we're not in sequential order, but I brought home Teddy, and Teddy is a British long hair female patootie, maybe a little small for her breed, but like the sweetest, fluffiest, funniest kitty cat, and she's brought me so much joy. I look at her every day and tell her that she's medicine.
She is
Oh,
medicine.
she is medicine.
Her and her
Like
dingleberries
people
are
are always
medicine.
like, she doesn't even look real.
Yeah. AI cat.
Yeah. But so does your cat's funny, like has a cross eyes. I want
I
to call
love
him Minkus.
from Boy Meets World.
Yeah.
Yeah. Minkus,
Minkus.
Lenny, Phil. Goes
Phil.
by many names.
So yeah, so Teddy came home in May.
Yeah. And I had a little, my first urgent care visit of the year. I think that was technically, knock on wood, my only urgent care visit. I smashed my pinky in my door after a Pilates class, and that was besides the infectious colitis I had at the end of 2021, the worst, no, one of the worst pains I've ever experienced. And my one of my best friends came over and helped me and drove me to urgent care. And because it was pretty straightforward, I didn't have to wait a million hours. So I guess that was like the glimmer in it.
Yeah.
But it was pretty nasty to lose a fingernail. Sorry, TMI, graphic warning. I'm not going to show you the picture of it, but it's
Yeah.
gross.
Yeah, urgent care. I also went to urgent care, but not till the fall, but we'll get there.
We'll get there. Because then in June, I had I guess this is like a high and a low.
I thought we were going back and forth.
Okay,
Okay,
go
Lana,
ahead.
you share that one and then I'll share about my birthday
Yeah,
celebration.
because this came before your birthday.
I know, but I thought we were going back and forth.
Okay.
You're changing the rules. Okay, you talk about your thing and then I'll talk about my birthday
Okay.
party.
Where it's a lot of build up for something that's like exciting to me, but probably not to many. Um, I finally got surgery for my endometriosis, which I had been waiting for some time and got in on a cancellation with 6 days notice. And that was like very overwhelming and stressful. But the surgery went well, the recovery went well. I technically have something called endosalpingiosis. And I had 3 weeks off because I couldn't really do anything or move. And I had a lot of help from friends and family, and that was really lovely. And the cats were nurses as much as they can be. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's great. And then
And I,
so Alana, you were scheduled for surgery, but something opened, so you took it with like only a few days notice.
no, I wasn't scheduled. They had offered me a date, but the recovery time would have overlapped with, a presentation I had to do and a our Emmys trip. So I had to decline that date. So yeah, I had to miss one of my dear friends' weddings, which I was pretty sad about. But I got live updates.
So you're not really supposed to like go hard for a while, but
No.
I go to this music festival every year in Merritt, BC called Bass Coast. And it's kind of like my like special little treat where like I, t take a time out from reality and I go and dance and we meet up with my cousin from California and friends from all over the US and Canada. And it's like I go 110% into like my childlike wonder, like costumes and dancing and food and fitness and floating in the river. And it's my happy place. And it's August was my 40th birthday, and this happened in July. So I decided I'm going to have a theme. It's called Lordy, Lordy Still Raving at 40. And I was going to glamp, and we were all going to stay in like the fancy bell tents. And, you wear our orthotics and take our Tylenol. But Alana was 3 weeks post recovery. And Alana normally doesn't go to this festival. She goes to Folk Fest. This is not typically her scene. But
Hmm.
I called in a favor because years ago, she made me give her an enema. And I told her that she owed me because I really didn't want to give her an enema. And so I called in my favor and I said, "You're skipping Folk Fest and you're coming to a rave."
And she gave me a year's
I
notice.
gave her a lot of notice. I paid for everything except for her flights. This is not a cheap festival if you do it the way we do it, which is glamping. And when she had this surgery, she had 3 weeks to get good enough to come. And I said to Lana, "It's okay if you don't come." And she's like, "I'm coming." And so she made sure she was recovering and getting up and moving around and had all the meds. And I made sure I got us an inflatable couch to bring to the stages and that like she was comfortable and set up with everything she needed. And so 3 weeks post-op, Alana came to a rave in the desert.
With my abdominal binder.
Oh my God, that was so much fun. And then
It
at
was
the
so
end of the
much fun.
festival, Alana's like, "So we're gonna go next year?" So Alana has been converted. And this year there won't be like the recovery because there was a lot of lying down on the dance floor.
Yeah, I can't wait to actually like
Yeah.
dance without my stomach moving with me.
And then so that was really fun. And then I actually turned 40, which was nice. I'm
Yeah.
My 30s were hard.
Yeah, they were.
Like my mom died, my dad, a lot of people died. I mean, like good things happened too. Like I got married. What else happened in my 30s that was good? I don't know, good things happened, but bad things happened. And I was just ready to like be like, okay, I'm in my 40s. Let's go. Let's do this. Like, let's see what 40s have to bring. And so in
Hmm.
August, I turned 40 and I was like super pumped about that.
40 is a big deal.
Well,
They used to
yeah,
say over the hill at 40, but now 40 is
I'm
like the new
definitely in a
30.
ditch. There's no hills. I'm in a ditch of sorts.
You're in a snowbank.
We don't have snow here
Oh,
yet.
crazy.
Um, I'm thinking about, okay, so the summer was good. September, we went to an Emmy's gifting lounge. That was great. That was in Hollywood. Super fun and exciting. We met with our manager, who is like our agent and more. Oh no, I lied. That wasn't. Sorry, I've been to LA a few times. I lied. I retract that. But we did go to the Emmy's gifting lounge, and that was really awesome.
And I had my fair share of mushy cookies from Levain Bakery, and that was equally awesome.
So September, oh, October. October was, oh, wait, hold
You
on.
take it away, October.
I
Hmm.
feel like at some point in there, was it in the spring? When did I go to Utah?
June.
I love how you know this, Alana. You're my external hard drive. Okay, sorry. Before all that happened, I opened for Richard Branson, and that was a big deal. I
That was
was
a big
opening
deal.
keynote for Richard Branson at an event, so like that was epic. Okay, so October was kind of hard. On October 2nd, which was the 6 year anniversary of my husband Shane's heart attack, he had a stroke. So that's silly and stressful because I was getting ready to go away for a month to Australia and LA. I was leading a
Mhm.
grief trip and going to a grief conference. I asked Shane if he wanted me to stay, and he said no. So he, to this day, is about 75% better. He doesn't have full use of his like left hand, arm, and leg. But right before I went to Australia, I was in the hospital and because weird things were happening in my uterus, and I learned that I have a fibroid the size of a plum and a fibroid the size of a blueberry, and it's causing me all sorts of problems on top of my endo. So now I
Mhm.
am hopefully getting a referral someday soon to OGBYN to get hysterectomy. because I have the womb betrayal. It's done nothing. I can't grow a baby, but I can grow a fibroid. I just wrote
I'm
an article for Get Griefy. It's coming out in the spring called Dark Side of the Womb.
That's funny. I'm giggling not because of that experience, but the way your brain works, sometimes it flips letters, and so you said OGBYN, and I was like, oh yeah, the OG bin. Um,
OBGYN, I said.
no, you said OGBYN.
Isn't that
Like,
that?
no, it's OBGYN. But it's just
Whatever.
funny because it's like the original.
Yeah,
Like,
the original gangster. Get this shit out of my body. Back. Get it out. I want my whole.
oh,
Yeah.
October also was a low for me too.
What happened?
I my contract ended at my dream job.
Oh, sorry. Start again. I groaned.
That's okay. My contract ended at my dream job. I had just presented at a conference. I guess that happened in September too. It was my very first conference presentation, and it went pretty well. And that was exciting. And then, like a week later, I found out that my contract was ending. My manager advocated for me to stay in some capacity, so I'm still technically there, not in my dream role, but in a really good role too. And I'm just hopeful that something will happen and I will get to be back there. And for now, I am working elsewhere, and it's okay too. But yeah, that was really sad for me.
That was I was sad for you. I had secondhand sadness.
Yeah.
So after Australia, Alana met me in LA and we went to Endwell, which is a big grief conference we both wanted to go to for a while, and it was super special. We made a lot of new friends and community members, and we kind of learned that we're like somewhat known in the grief and resilience space, which was actually kind of cool and like humbling, and I don't know what the words are, but like we're growing our mission, and with that, people know who we are. But the goal is for
Hmm.
people to know who the movement is, the Global Resilience Project.
Yes.
And the day after Endwell was Grieftastic, which was a book fair put on by Megan. And that was super awesome. It was just really cool to meet other people because, like, we write books. Alana and I are going to be working on a prescriptive memoir based on the Navigating Grief framework. Well, we are
Hmm.
working on that proposal right now. And we met a lot of people who were super supportive of that. And also just people doing amazing things in the grief space. So that was amazing. Like, that was a highlight for Shizzle.
That was probably I maybe top two or three moments of the year for sure.
And then, yeah, Dana, our manager. So we're now working with a manager on top of our production company. And it's like an agent, but with more capabilities. We had a really fun meeting. We only met her previously online. She's from LA. She's worked in the entertainment industry for a long time. And we highlight is meeting her. And we
That
thought
was
she'd
so
be with us
fun.
for like an hour, maybe two. And she was with us for 5 hours. And it was just so awesome. And I'm just so excited to see like in the new year where this project goes because I would like to sign this TV deal in Q1, and I think we have the team to do it.
And just like everyone involved is so great. And Dana's just so great. I don't know if Dana, if you're listening, but you're great.
Dana, I'll send this to you. You're
Yeah,
great. Um,
you're great.
so and then I went
Like
to
10
yeah,
days later.
I went to what did I do in November? Oh, that was November.
That was
Oh
November.
yeah, right. And then a few guys,
Then
my
10 days
year was
later.
bonkers. And this whole time we were working on a book called Resilient AF Skin Deep Stories, which is a beautiful coffee table style book that showcases tattoos and the stories behind them. And so that's the end. There's nothing there. That's Sam's.
Oh,
And
beautiful.
we launched it early December in New York. And holy smokes, we did it. We pulled it off. It's an amazing book. It's gorgeous. We didn't do a pre-sale. I didn't have to do any shipping. Became an international bestseller in multiple categories in multiple countries. Have about a third of the authors and friends gathered in New York. We did a billboard in Times Square. We did a brunch. That was stressful.
That was
We had to
stressful.
change venues last minute because of the room we wanted wasn't ready. And so we switched venues and had to hire catering. And then we spent more than we should have. And that was stressful. And that was, I'd say, everything was a high except for like the low is now I'm replenishing my bank account. um,
Me
but
too.
that's okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was really epic. And being in New York at Christmas is something that like was a really cool experience. Never need to do that again though. Like it was just a lot of people.
A lot of people, a lot of lights, a lot of
I
money.
was very overstimulated.
And basically they like double the price during December.
We saw a
Uh,
musical.
oh, we did. It was amazing. I was just listening to the music today. Death Becomes Her, based on the movie Death Becomes Her, which
It
haven't
was really
actually
good.
seen, but
I'm not a big musical person and like I loved it.
it was funny.
It was good.
It was funny. It was
It was
great.
good. So 2025, like you showed up. You gave us some challenges. You tried to kill some people. You did kill my spirit. You did kill my cat.
And our bank accounts.
Well, it's okay because money comes and goes. Like,
That is true.
I might
Yeah.
spend a bunch and make a bunch. Like that's just how it is. Like we have a lot of great things to look forward to. We in the new year we're launching Resilient AF Stories of Resilience Volume 3 in March. We've opened the wait list for our next tattoo book, the book deal, the TV deal. We're working on those things. We have cool stuff happening with our clothing line. We're going to be looking for sponsors for various things. So if you're out there and you have a budget to sponsor, we would love your financial support if you believe in our mission in helping people strengthen their resilience muscle using neuroscience. Alana and I may have some speaking opportunities together as the Kaplan sisters. We hope
Yay.
that's going to happen. We think it will. We'll update you as things unfold there. But 2026 is looking up, and like all the hard work that we did this year has set us up for that. And I feel like, there's no such thing as highs only, right? There's like the highs and the lows. It's the duality of life. It's part of being a
Hmm.
human is the highs and the lows. Like it has to happen, the ebbs and the flows and the highs and the lows. But like we survived.
We survived. I thought you were going into some like spoken word there. The
Oh,
ebbs
maybe
and the flows and the highs and the lows,
we
the
thrived
yes and
and
the
did it.
no's, a lot of
Yeah.
things.
But
Um,
do you have anything else you want to share? I mean, I just want to thank everyone for like being an active listener. If this is your first episode, welcome. Go back, listen to others. Leave a review for Alana's Hanukkah present, please. And
please. Or
share.
if you have extra, I would also love a cameo from anyone from Survivor while we're
Alana's
at
birthday is
it.
March 9th. You can do the cameo for her birthday. Our
Review
family
for
birthdays are bigger. Birthdays are bigger. Don't you agree? Birthdays are bigger in our family. Like Hanukkah is like, here's
Yeah,
$18.
but our family's just us. So
Yeah, you're right. Well, yeah, and Shane. So, but anyways, thank you for all your ongoing support, for buying our books, for wanting to be in our books. We have space in our books, for sharing this podcast, wanting to listen to it, buy our merch. Resilient AF. We have all sorts of things and ways to support us, and we wouldn't be doing this without you. And we are turning our pain into purpose, one day at a time, one project at a time. And big things are on the horizon for us. And it's all because of you, our community.
yeah, we love our community and the growth we've seen and the people we've met this year. I feel like um, we're okay. This is like an obscure reference. So in like the late 80s, early 90s, there was a show called Kid Songs, and I might be misremembering, but they were doing like a going to the farm episode, and like people would just like hop on the wagon as they were going. And that's how I feel like this year has been for us, is that it's like we're like corralling the troops.
Your brain went to some crazy place there, but I agree. It is like everyone's just hopping on that wagon.
Everyone's hopping on that wagon with us. We have some very exciting podcast episodes in 2026 with some of the lovely people we met in 2025. Um, we can't wait for you to meet more of our community or join our community and support us in whether it's a like, a follow, a share, a smile.
Should we
And
just maybe hold on? I think, okay, let's just wrap up with a story. So we interviewed a mom and daughter, Tasha and Soraya. Soraya's 13. She's in hospice. Their interviews coming out in the new year. They're going to be featured in Stories of Resilience Volume 3. But like the craziest thing just happened. So
yeah,
Soraya is able to like feel and see and communicate with spirits. And as she gets weaker, it's getting stronger and stronger. And I'm just going to open a message because I want to read it exactly. So Tasha, we literally just met like last month. So she doesn't know everything about us. So she doesn't know that I have a proud of you tattoo. She didn't know about that. She didn't know that the reason we have this whole tattoo book is because of that tattoo. And the reason I have the tattoo in the book is because it's on the back of this photo. I won an award and I found this message my mom wrote 30 years ago and I got it tattooed on me, but she didn't know any of that.
Hmm.
And Alana and I expressed to Soraya and Tasha if like our mom or anyone wants to send messages, please let us know. And so I got this text on Sunday from Tasha saying, "Hi, you won't believe this, and you likely will. I asked Soraya if she had any messages for you and Alana from your mom. I didn't show her a picture or anything. She looked up from her iPad and said, 'Proud of you. Proud of how strong you sisters are.' What's crazy is that, and Soraya didn't know either, is that you have merch with the saying from your mom. So, yes, we also have a Sharon line with this saying basically in
Hmm.
her writing from mom. And so then I shared about the tattoo and everything. So, I just got goosebumps.
It's just wild, like
It's
the
just wild.
past few
Like,
days,
there's no way, there was no way for them to know this. And like,
especially Soraya. There was no way for Soraya to know this. Also, on that proud of you note, I wear this necklace that Blair got me every single day. And today is the first day someone has asked me, what does it say? And I explained the whole story and I'm like, okay, but like I've been wearing this every day for a year because you got it for me for Hanukkah last year. And today's the first day that someone actually said something, which I thought was pretty
that's
wild. And
beautiful.
then someone bought the hat like 10 minutes before the podcast recording.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I love that. So, but I think it's just so wild that our mom is communicating through Soraya. So thanks, mom. And I love that the message is exactly that. Proud of you.
Hmm.
Proud of how strong you sisters are. Like, holy fucking shit. Keep sending those messages, Sharon. We love it and the world loves it. And I think that's a great way to end the year. Because you know what? I'm proud of you, Alana.
And I'm proud of you too,
And we're proud of
Blair.
all of you. Like, you can get through the hard shit. You're going to be okay. It's okay if you're not okay right now, but you're not alone. Let us be that lighthouse in the storm. And just remember, you are resilient and we're proud of you. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
That's a wrap for another episode of Resilient AF with Blair and Alana. And thank you for listening. Are you feeling inspired to bounce forward?
Let's connect at theglobalresilienceproject.com, where you can read many stories of resilience, buy our books, shop our clothing line, learn more about how to strengthen your resilience muscle, be empowered, and more.
Remember, friends, you are resilient AF.